All right, YouTube, this is Crew. We are in for another little bit of Life is Feudal MMO. And my first video, you guys saw I was working over here with, this little plot of land here that I plowed. And I was trying to put some crops in there. And I was wondering why it just wasn't working. So I figured it out. Took a little while. But let me just go in here and I'll show you. If you hit P, it brings up your profile, your character profile. We're going to go in the first tab here, crafting. So you see this here. This is the farming tab. I did hit level 30. However, it shows level 29 because this right here, which is Nature's Lore, has to hit level 60 before I can use anything in this column for level 30. So, for instance, this here, the Artisan, that's at 45, I need to hit level 60 before I can do anything for this to hit level 30 to be able to do anything under that level 30 tab. So as long as you're between 0 and 30, you can do the things in this selection. So, for instance, this one here, right? So the 0, I can gather wild plants, shovel, pour water, so forth. I can still do all that, and that's not an issue. Under the level 30 tab, I cannot do any of this stuff because this didn't get to level 60 yet. So once that hits 60, then we're good. So that was the issue. Thankfully, that's resolved now. Let me just bring this back up. I'm going to switch this to, actually I'm already in local. That's good. Let me just put it out there. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Let's get our prayer on. Okay. You'll see that brought us up to alignment number 9. So we just got to keep getting that going. So what I think I'm going to do right now, since it's nighttime, usually at nighttime I like to go and just gather more wood. I'm going to try and make these wood piles as big as I can. So I'll always have a good supply of wood here if I need to build anything. I did some gathering of herbs and edibles and stuff like that. I think I'm pretty good with how much I have right there. Just a little trick that I learned. If you hit Alt and numbers lock, he will walk on his own. There, I believe, is a shortcut for him to run on his own. That I don't know, but if I hit the Shift tab, he will run. And if I let go, he will just continue to walk. He won't stop. The only way he will stop is if I hit W, and then he'll stop moving. So Alt, numbers lock, and he'll walk. Shift will bring him into a run. And if you look at the yellow bar on the left, you'll see the stamina as you're running will go down. So you just want to be careful of that. Once he does hit the bottom end of the stamina, he will stop on his own. Take a breath. Let me just see what this tree's value is. So if you see on there, left click is inspect. This one's a 44 value. I've been trying not to take anything that is under 50. Just because I think you should set a mark. Yes, yeah, it's a 15. That's still a baby tree. You should set a mark that you don't want to stay behind. When you first start, like get into the game, you just want to get as many branches and bark to make weapons, or I'm sorry, not weapons, tools. So, at first you just want to get something real quick so you can do something. But after you get settled in a little bit, you should really look for higher value, because value is a big role in this game. Let's see what this merge tree is, 47. Don't get me wrong, 47s are still good. But for what I want to do right now, see, there we go. So we got a 62. We can get 3 bark, 5 branches. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to gather all the bark. Oh, sorry for the lag there. And if you right click, well, I'll show you on the branches. Okay, so right click. See here it says gather. And if you go to branch, this little infinity icon, you can change that to 1. And it'll just do everything one at a time as you click it. If you hit the infinity symbol, it'll do it until all of that resource runs out. Okay, so see how he just keeps gathering? And he'll do that until we get every last branch. Excuse me, I'm just going to grab a sip of water here. Okay, so now we're going to hit the number 1. That'll equip our axe. We're going to right click and cut down. And he will continue that action until the tree is ready to fall down. Be careful when the tree falls. If it hits you, you will sustain hit point damage. You'll see the red bar in the lower left screen, 106. So you want to be careful of that. You do regen your hit points over a period of time. So get out of the way of that. And then you see the stump that kind of, not a stump, but there is a stump that will show on the bigger trees, and you can remove that. But this will be the piece that we want here. So we're going to go lift object, and let me bring up my map. Takes a little minute for the map to load in. Once you load it originally, then it just pops up quickly. And then what I'll do is set my map. I usually zoom in to my location, make it a little easier for me to get back to where I'm supposed to be. I will click on the other claim icons. See there we have the Los Rompe Años. They are a group. We hit the M button, that'll make that disappear. The P button. Alright. They're a guild. Let's go all numbers lock. Bring this back up, make sure I'm going in the right direction. They're a guild who probably day 2, I would say, that I was on, not game day 2, but physical day 2. Somebody, I think it was a leader of their guild, come over and just, kind of said a little friendly hello. Said if I need anything, reach out to him, that he was going to be friendly. And I even asked him if I could join his guild, but they're a Spanish-speaking guild only. And he said that I would have a difficult time because the game does not translate. He said it would be kind of tough for me to coordinate things with them. He said he would, hate for me to struggle with being able to communicate and understand what either I wanted to get out there or what they needed to get out there. But he said he would, gladly take me in as a ally if I were to form up my own guild, or if I were to join a guild that he was allied with, obviously. Then, that would be a good situation for me. I currently do not have a guild that I'm associated to. This even though there's a lot of people on this map, they are spread out pretty well, and there's not too many people in my area right now. So just kind of doing my thing. There's a guy that is east of me. If you look at the map over near where my character is, maybe to the right of where my character is a little bit. In fact, I'll show you when I put this down. His building's on fire because he hasn't gotten any money to keep the upkeep. My daughter just started laughing when she heard it was on fire. I guess it's kind of funny, but it's also sad. It's not good. Man's house is on fire.
The way you said it.
Alright.
And the man's house is on fire. He said it so casual.
I did say it casual. So we're going to place this down. Let me just get this front position. Slide it over. Now you notice the difference in that log, the color. See how that's like a more tan color than a bronze color, I'll say. Here we go, hit place. We'll drop that down. So if we look at that, that's a hardwood log, and the bronze color is a softwood log. I haven't wikied or Googled what the extreme difference is between those. I know there is a difference. I want to say the softwood, because they do come in the same qualities. So I've seen softwoods with an 80 number, 60 number, all that. So that didn't come into play. I just think it's probably the density, like regular real wood has a density level. Some woods are just softer than others, and other woods are really hard, dense. That's something that. No, I don't know where the. Where'd that go? See if you find it. I don't know where the bag is with those. Ask Mom where that bag went. It might be in the drawer over there with the controllers. So, I think it might. One thing I think I didn't recognize is when you're using it in a campfire, the hardwood ones they seem, anyway, I've never timed it, but they seem to burn longer. The soft ones, obviously, with the density of the wood, they burn a shorter amount of time. So that, that is an example. But again, I didn't test that at all. I haven't timed it or anything. So that might not even be accurate. It just appeared to be that way. Alright, let's see what we got on this one. 59. There we go. 3 bark, 5 branch. Okay, let's gather the bark. Like I said, within this game, you will spend hours doing this. Gathering off a tree, bark, gathering branches, cut down trees. You will go back and forth. I'm sure over the course of a few months, some of these players who've been playing since December, thousands of times, I'm sure. But, you have to really know going in that's the kind of game it's going to be. So be prepared, for that kind of adventure. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. It's no problem. I do find it fun. Sometimes you're just in the mood to slow it down, whatever the mood may be. But just be aware that that's the way it's going to be. And that's why it's good if you can get into a guild, you'll have several members. Like, let's say I was in a new guild and I had 10 people. I could have 4 people out right now doing this while I collect, berries or wild plants, herbs, and I'm filling up the baskets with that so people can take them if they're going out. Like, let's say these guys exhausted this wooded area for a little bit. They can go 20, 30 minutes in another direction. And then what they'll do is just take a bunch of food with them so that when their health goes down, that they have some food with them. They don't have to quickly run back. So that friend I was talking to you about then over here off in the distance there where I said that house was burning, that's it right there. Yeah, if you don't have coin to pay for the upkeep after 2 days of it being built, it'll burn down. It does take a long time to burn down. It can be repaired to its original state if you have a repair kit. The repair kits, I forget exactly what they need. Nails is really the hardest thing to get because until you discover ores and you can mint those or smelt those down and make the nails, your repair kit you're never going to get. So you're going to need a few skills before you're able to do that anyway. So the best thing to do is not even build the house, shack, whatever you want to build until you can get into town and get some gold, copper, or silver to maintain it. All right. Yes, like I said, if you have 10 people, you can have 3 people doing one thing, 2 people doing another. Obviously, you would have the leader of your guild, but early on, that leader is going to be working, or she's going to be working, because they're not going to be able to just stand around and not do anything early on. Once you get maybe 100 people in that guild, then they might be able to just work on diplomacy. Let's see here, just make sure. I try not to get them too perfect, because you're never going to have that stuff line up perfectly. Need to go back a little. No, let's go up a little. There we go. And that's actually as far back as I can go. See if it'll let me place it. Yes, it will. Alright, so take a look. Yeah. Alright, well, that's good. And I think I should get maybe 2 more logs. Let me see what I have in my inventory. Probably. Nah, I still got plenty of room. Alright, let's head back over. But yeah, that's ultimately what you want to do, is get that guild started or join one. There are plenty of big guilds out there that have been established for a really good while. What pocket? That's cool. That's probably something I gave you for school and you never gave it to them. I don't know. My older son just had one of those awesome moments where he found a pair of jeans that he had, put away somewhere that wasn't really put away. It was kind of just tossed, I think, somewhere. And I don't even know how long it's been since he had those jeans on. They still fit, so I'm sure they're within the year. But he went in the back pocket, and lo and behold, there were 2 $5 bills. That's awesome. I'm sure many out there watching have had those situations come up, Those are the best. Alright, let's run over to this little grouping here. It's funny, sometimes when you look at the trees, how thin they are. You guys see that one? That other tree seemed like it would have been a better tree, but it wasn't. That was a 40, 25. That other one I think was 48 maybe. And let's see what we have here. 13. Alright, that was pretty lousy. Sorry about that lag again. My apologies. I don't know if you guys have watched any of my other videos. I am a brand new YouTuber, so I have a very small amount, 47, small amount of videos up, but it is something that I am going to desperately try to maintain a regular devotion, putting out videos for you guys. Let's see, 46. See, like I said, those are still good. Obviously, you can get better. See, there's 68. Man, look, oh, goodness, did you see that? Look at what we got here. 10 bark, 14 branches. Oh, see these birch sprouts? I can't collect any of that. When you get, let's see, you go. So I'm looking for this right here. Sorry. So trees. Let's see right here. Forestry. Gather a sprout. There you go. So I would need to get. Let's see. I would need to get my farming up to. So this would need to be 60. This would be 30, and then that would unlock this, so that I can then gather sprout, plant a hazel tree, plant a juniper tree. So obviously I would look for those two trees to gather sprouts, because any of the other trees it wouldn't work. But once I get to 30, and I believe this farming gets to 60, then I can plant a birch tree and a spruce tree. Now I can gather all the sprouts. I mean, if I wanted to gather those other sprouts, I could, and just store them in a basket or a crate or something of that nature, just so that when I hit the opportunity to plant them, I already have them. But as you can see, it's not difficult to be able to just go ahead and gather sprouts. But yeah, I mean, this is fantastic. Now I can go ahead and gather all that bark and all the branches, and I get another 68. Was that? I think it was 68, right? This is going to be awesome. So it's pretty exciting when you go and you get this stuff, because you're really going, you're collecting what you need, you're cutting the trees down, you're carrying the tree back. You have to do these things. And in real life, obviously there's more to it, but they're getting as close as they can to, mimicking what you would have to do. Now, obviously, when, you look at the ground and you hit a button and vegetables show up on your screen to collect them, obviously that's not real life. But what it does is it just tries to mimic as best it can to give you something to do in the game, and it's fantastic the way they've done it. I gotta give them mad props for that. They do make a lot of updates and patches, and it's still a very new game. There's going to be a lot of things. I heard that they'll add ships that you can build. I don't know when that'll become part of the game, but think of how cool it would be to be able to just go down to the water's edge in your kingdom and just start to build a harbor, a port. Maybe they even make it as far advanced as a shipyard, where in the shipyard you're just making warships. And then let's say you have 200 people in your guild. To make that warship go, you would need, a crew. How many do you need on the crew? I guess they can determine what's necessary. But man, imagine you gather up your guild members, and all of you, you get, say, 100 of them, and you all make your way down to the harbor and board a ship, and you set sail. and maybe your destination is let's see on the map. Let's say let me just zoom out a little bit here. Let's say my port was built right here, and I want to sail through this strait, and I want to go down to this area and see what's going on down there. Maybe they have a port there, and I want to take over that city, or I want to go up north here, and I want to explore all the way up here. I mean, what you can do is endless. I mean, that's just like super exciting. I can't wait to be a part of something like that. Can you imagine building a galleon, and then if they even have it where you can fire cannons, board ships. Ooh. God, that would be sick. I don't know how people's computers would handle it. I don't think mine would. I'm working on trying to get an upgrade for my graphics card and maybe even my processor. But that's kind of down the line right now. Let's just finish this up. I just can't wait to find some ore. I really need to get some ore and start prospecting and getting these metals so I can get better equipment. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to lift that. Let's bring our map up. Okay. All numbers locked. There we go. If I hit shift now, he will not run because he's carrying the log. So there's a default pace that he has when he's carrying the log. Now I don't know as you progress if your dexterity, your strength, I don't know. I don't imagine Constitution would really play into that, but I don't know if that would affect the speed at which you walk back when you're carrying an item. I know those things will affect how you do in battle, as far as how fast you wield a sword, how fast you strike, probably dodging, how quickly you can dodge. I'm sure that all gets affected by that, but I don't think this does. But if anybody out there knows the answer to that, they can certainly put that in a comment. And let's see where we're at. So we're at about almost the 30-minute mark in the video. I usually try to make these between 25 and 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, in that range. So I think once we get this back and drop down there, that'll be the end of this recording. And what I'll do is I'll go back into the game, do a couple things, hopefully daylight. Probably got another hour or so before daylight hits. What I might do is just continue this process until I get to daytime, and then I might go down to the ocean, maybe do a little fishing, see if I can get some rocks, see if I can find any copper. Usually copper, I've heard, is can sometimes be hidden underneath sand, so that would be kind of cool. Alright, so let's move this over. There we go. See if we can go down a little bit. Oh. There we go. Plates. Okay. All right, my friends, YouTubers, you guys have a wonderful evening or wonderful day, depending on where you are. I appreciate you watching. Please remember to like and subscribe if you so choose. Leave some comments down below. And if you want me to, I'm going to continue putting these out there. If you want something specific, if you have any questions, as long as I have the answer for you, I will gladly answer it in the comments section. Or, if I happen to see it and I'm doing a video, I'll go ahead and I'll put it in video. Again, everything in the game is just based on my opinions, through while I'm playing. If there are other ways to do things, I'm sure there might be people out there that might see the video that play the game regularly or played it in the past, and they know a better way to do things. That's cool. You know what I mean? Feel free. I'm just putting out there through my own experience, and my experience is on my own. I don't have others that play this game that are on my friends list yet. I haven't met any people in the game that I play on a daily basis with. A couple guys I've seen pop in from time to time, but they're already involved in doing their own things, so we've never really gone into detail about certain things, but I'm sure we will coming up at some point. So thank you again. Like, subscribe. I appreciate it. You guys have an awesome one. This is Screws Alex.